All right, we're back after the break. So, for life, you said you got some questions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Want to lay 'em
Yes,
on
I
us?
do. Yes, I do. Not.
So,
Yeah, I do.
who are these from? These from.
Okay. From the first question.
Tell me the
This is
guidelines.
from the first question. This is from Kira Book. And Kira
Oh,
Book asks,
hey!
Oh, yeah, book.
yes.
Hey there, girl. Shout out.
Do you even know Kira book?
Yes.
Yes, I know.
Of course, duh.
No.
Oh, Diba, she showed you.
Oh no,
I
she
tend to
Anyway.
ask
didn't.
stupid questions.
Oh, you got
It's
stupid
okay.
answers.
Yeah, anyway.
Okay, Kira Book asks, what's your first reaction to the new chapter? The first reaction.
I fucking called it.
I'm
I was
fanboy.
waiting for
I
that.
literally fanboyed.
How fanboy
Uh,
works? Do you scream like a girl?
I got excited. I got
Sorry,
excited.
I'm sorry.
We.
May
I
I
was. I think I was. I
explain
think I
my
was.
reaction?
I think I was
Yes.
like yes, 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 yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
with me, it was funny because, as you know, given the last chapters, I was all like, ugh, this manga is turning into a crap. I hate it. I don't like it anymore. Oh my god, I hate it. Anyway.
Oh, that was
And
an understatement.
yeah. And this week, I usually this week, Jesus, before actually starting to not like the manga that much anymore, I used to wake up every morning and look for spoilers and all those things. And that day I didn't do it. I was like, I don't care. It doesn't seem that interesting anymore. So boring.
Morning with your pants
And then I
around
wake
your
up
ankles.
and
Don't
I see
you
something on
dare.
Tumblr, and it was a post of someone's like, "Oh my God, Naruto! Oh my God, Sakura!" Nu știu ce. Anyway, and it was tagged as Naruto 622. And when I went and read the chapter, I was, oh, I can't believe it. This is happening for real? Really? Really? Oh my God! Look at that last page. And so I was really excited with it. And I was like, yes, I knew it's gonna happen. Told ya.
Like getting mad for the free
Yeah,
chapter.
considering the fact that for the last few days before the chapter appeared, I had some debates with Sasu fans of all sorts, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
because yeah, they were kind of denying this whole NaruSaku bond, and I was, "Ugh,
You
why
got
can't you
pissed
understand?"
off. You got
I
really,
mean,
really
you know
pissed
it,
off.
you've seen it on Tumblr probably. So
I
I
think
was,
you.
yeah, pretty
I, th-
excited about the chapter.
I think you started to have considered Sasuke Saku fans worse than Naruhina fans at that point.
They're
Was it?
tears. They're so yummy.
They
So my
were.
Yummy,
reaction.
you guys.
Go for it.
So my reaction to this chapter. When I first started reading it, you guys all know my arguments about Sasuke and whatnot. But anyway, as I continued reading it, I found myself getting more and more into it, as in terms of just reading people's body language and facial expressions, especially Sakura's facial expressions when she sees Naruto.
Oh yes, that.
Because
Oh,
that's a situation probably she probably knew. I don't want to say she knew it was gonna happen, but
She
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 feared.
always
feared.
imagined. Yeah, she fears that it was going to happen, and now it's happening, and her face is like, "Oh shit, it's happening," and he's dying right in front of me, and I'm basically trying to do all I can, and my body's giving up on me. And overall, it was a pretty suspenseful chapter, I think.
That was his second thought. His first thought was, son of a bitch, James was right. I owe him $20 now. God damn it.
PayPal.
No. When I first saw
I'm
the
never gonna live
moment,
this
I
down.
thought, no. When I first saw the moment, I thought, hey, he finally wins. I'm gonna let him win because he deserves. He's been waiting for it for so long. He deserves it.
Yeah.
Called it right.
So suck
wanted
it.
Congratulations. I wanted to congratulate you right then and there, but I didn't know if you were asleep, so I just waited until Thursday.
But
Yeah.
apparently J. Vest Cassidy is like a night watcher. I mean, like I see him posting in like around 5 a.m. and I know he's in the morning.
You posted at 1 a.m.
No,
on
he
my
posted like 5 a.m. at times. So
no,
like,
no,
jeez.
for me. He at my local time at 1 a.m. he posted on my Skype account. I fucking called it.
Yeah, even before he got online. It was just sitting there waiting for him. When he come back, bloop, bloop, I fucking called it!
Did it? I called it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
No, it's not I called it. It's I fucking called it! The emphasis on the F word makes everything so much stronger.
Oh wow.
Oh, man, but... Yeah.
So, my reaction, I've posted. I think I don't need to explain more than that.
Son
But
of a
let's
bitch,
just say-
James was right.
Okay. After done reading the chapter, I went to the forum, hoping to see James Kennedy rubbing all of us in, and well, he came a little later than my first post, but his very first post did address that. So I was like, there we go, right on schedule. So yeah, pretty much he called it. I mean, I gave him a volume, but it didn't need a volume. It just needed one
Yeah,
or two
meanwhile, I
chapters.
get like 25 likes on my post alone. It's like...
I gave
Yes.
him the massive high five he deserved because he deserved it. So yeah, but anyway, yeah. My first reaction, I think I should like just reblog it so you can read it all over again. But if you have read it, then you should know my answer already. Needless to say, it's all happy to the point that a lot of people never ever see me the way that I act. He was like, okay,
You are
Naruto
such a
Saku.
fangirl.
Yeah, the funny thing is, it almost sounds like I come off of a fangirl. Like I literally would just scream
You were a
out.
boy?
I, I mean, I don't know. It's funny because you started the NaruSaku 2014 theme. Well,
Nah, you guys
with
started
with
it. I just...
you know what I mean. Like
You
everybody
made it
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
everybody work on it. But
Yeah.
the point is like, when this whole theme occurred, I was thinking to myself, like, is this like a serious thing that's like an actual pairing thing that's actually like a more portrayed in a more romantic way than any other pairings that's coming from a Shonen Jump series, and it does feels like that way because it feels like it backed me up with this whole expressions, this emotions, the feels from Sakura's point of view in this chapter. Because usually a lot of pairing, a lot of shipping pairing, they usually ship when it's like it's not even there because like one guy or one girl is not looking that way. It's just more like, hey, we're best buddy. It's kind of like it's shipping for Luffy and Nami.
Or they
Not
look
this,
good together, like I used to
right,
see Naruto.
right. I mean, right. I explained that in one of the posts saying like, with Naruto, he already loves Sakura, so everything you see is a legit romantic thing he's doing rather than like he's doing it because he's a friend like Natsu would do. But that's not the case. You already know that Naruto
He's
loves.
doing it because he loves her.
Right. So you know the deal. And plus you get more emphasis on their love. Like, the whole put you over me first rather than like, oh, I'm doing it for myself first. So, yeah.
What if
So this
without
chapter
what makes
pretty
you
much back it up for me on the
sad?
Sakura point. So, yeah.
Next.
All right. Well,
I hope that answers that question.
all right.
Did I miss?
I believe it pronounced Akatsuki reunites. Yes, that's how you pronounce. Okay. Akatsuki
Okay.
reunite. Akatsuki reunites X. What's the possibility of NaruSaku and Sasu's Karen being canon, and reason why the last page
100%.
was and why the last why the last page was drawn that way?
Who wants to
Any
go first?
takers?
Let me try. So, why NaruSaku and Sasuke are going to be the canon pairings, and
What's the
why?
possibility and why the last page?
Well,
Reason why the last page.
given the chapter, it's extremely high possibility. Mainly NaruSaku, that's probably like 95%. There might be a 5% not happening, but I'm not going to go there. But see, Sasuke carrying, it depends what Sasuke's fate is going to be. Depends on what happens. Let's see, and why it was drawn that way, it was to show that both the girls and the guys were like, but kind of, I suppose, maybe a bit different opposites and different paths, but this is where they sort of intertwine. Maybe, does that make sense?
I think we have a word for that. I believe it begins with a P.
Okay. It's gonna be a joke word, isn't it?
No, I don't.
Parallel?
Parallel.
Parallel?
Parallel. Yeah,
Parallel.
parallel.
Yeah, parallel.
Yeah, they're pretty much to show that one is the light of heaven and earth, and the other is dark. Dark heaven and earth. No, Saku, the light heaven and earth. Sasuke, Karen, sort of the dark one, I
Yes.
guess.
This is
Good.
the regular milk. This is the chocolate milk.
Yeah. That makes sense to anyone? Please tell me that makes
No, it
sense.
does make sense.
Makes dollars too.
Go
'Cause
on.
sometimes I feel like I haven't explained enough.
For me, it's 99.9% confirmed that it's NaruSaku, Sasuke. 99.9%. I would give it 100%, but as you know, nothing is ever 100%. But it's pretty damn close.
That point
You know,
one
you
leads
might
to
as well just
Naruhito.
you might as well just say it right now. Really, I mean, here you have what could possibly be the best setup, the best moments, the best setup, the best you could possibly have in any kind of coupling or pairing relationship in any manga for that matter. And you have the other love interest just
Worrying their
literally,
hats off.
well, literally and metaphorically falling short.
Uh-huh.
Now for my answer.
Wait, you didn't
As far
answer
as
why
now,
the last page. Wait. Sorry. Why you didn't? You didn't answer why was the last page drawn the way it did?
I think he said pretty much as they parallel, since he sort of added that to my one.
Okay.
Because you have okay, let's be honest with this one. People don't like this answer, but it's probably real nonetheless. Because it's supposed to show each guy and the love interest that really do care about them showing huge concern.
Exactly.
And I know, I know people, especially in the NaruSaku camp, are not too fond of the Sasuke-Karen relationship.
They're
But
on Tumblr.
it is what it is, so.
I'll be honest. The Tumblr has been
I'm
making
not
me
that
like
one.
SK more.
Yeah.
I think the more I stick around, the more I actually appreciate SK.
How many users I follow
Have
who
you
are
read
not?
Kanai's manifesto?
I
Oh
was
yeah, that manifesto was great.
Oh
Definitely.
yeah,
Highly-
love those manifestos.
Yeah, highly recommend it if you really want to see what's the big deal with SK. I mean,
Yeah.
if you still don't change your mind, that's okay. But you know, if you
It
really
helps you see
interested,
things from another
It
perspective.
helped me when Chatter once posted it on Naruto Base. I came to start to accept Sasuke carry
Yeah,
more.
you know what? I mean, totally bite me into Narusaku and Sasukarian after I was an initial Sasusaku Naruhina. Mizura's and Kanai's manifestos. Those things are, I don't know, priceless.
Exactly.
So
I used to be a Sasuke Karen fan, and I took a Chidori to the heart.
Oh my god.
anyway, what was the question? I forgot the question and I didn't answer.
Steve.
Well, wait, no. Steve didn't answer her. You be.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay, so now my answer on this whole thing. As far as NaruSaku is concerned, I'm gonna agree on James that it is 99% of 99% confirmed. However, it's not. Nothing is set in stone yet because obviously this isn't the end.
Right.
but
It
As
it's
says
far
the real
as
end. It says the real end.
Yes,
And what the-
James.
And pairing.
Yes, James. If we all took that literally, I think Naruhina would stop arguing at this point. But anyway, for me,
If we all
as
took it-
far as Sasuke, I'm sorry, what?
I said if we all took it literally, no one would be biased.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Amen.
so,
Alright, go ahead.
okay. Alright, so, okay.
He's all choking.
Yeah, I'm all
Too
choked
much,
up.
too much defense on Sasuke. It chokes him up.
No, no.
Go.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry. Just go.
Okay, so for me, as far as me and Sasuke and Karen ending up together, to be honest, I don't really follow any other side pairings that isn't the main NaruSaku. So
You only follow the main pair.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I follow the main pairing, and as far as the possibility of anyone ending up with anyone else,
You don't care. You don't really mind. You don't really mind.
I don't really mind. Yeah, I don't really mind. Okay, here's my quick rundown on who I think, as far as side characters go, who I think end up together. Kiba and Hinata. Ino and Shikamaru, Ino and Choji, or Shikamaru and Tamari. That's it.
What about Lee and Ten?
I guess that too. But
Lee and Zero
okay.
Corner.
Anyway, as far as Sasuke Karen, I don't care about it enough to follow it, but I will say that as far as this chapter goes, it has a 75% chance of ending up as Sasuke Karen. However, what prevents me from fully following this pairing is the fact that whenever I see these two together, obviously I know what Karen thinks. She's always, she's always had the hots for Sasuke, and Suigetsu is just a guy who's just gonna get in the way constantly. But as far as Sasuke's thoughts on Karen, I haven't yet once seen. I haven't once yet seen anything to suggest that Sasuke thinks of her more than a teammate / minion. So bottom line is,
I did apologize
if
to her.
these two, I guess, but I mean,
Hey, hey, after all the crap that Sasuke has done and the littlest amount of love he has ever shown to any female in this entire series, he has shown Karen more love than anybody else. So
That's
yeah,
so true.
I guess. Probably,
And he has defended Karen in the past. If you look at the Itachi hunting arc, he did kind of kept telling Suigetsu to get along with Karen, and when they caused fights, it's always
yeah, he has a
Suigetsu.
soft
He would.
spot for Karen, but we don't know why, from where.
You know, he
What
still had
made
that.
him?
He still made him. He still did the most OOC moment of all time, smiling. So that's something that's hard to establish. What the hell he's smiling about?
That you can't combat that. Period.
you smiled before.
Yes,
yes,
but not
like
that.
exactly.
Before massacre, sure.
Okay, he has smiled in part one before.
Yes,
With
But
but not
Naruto.
like
yeah,
that.
With
So
But
him
Naruto.
that's
smiling, so him smiling pre going insane and post going insane.
yeah, but
But
that's
Okay,
he
so weird,
smiled to a stranger. A stranger.
and it's a genuine smile. It's a caring smile, a warm smile. You might even say it's a Naruto smile in a sense.
Cheese.
I guess,
How many
but
times can we say smile in a sentence? Come on, every pony, smile, smile, smile.
uh,
yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
To me,
but
okay. So
continue.
bottom line, while I do think, at least as far as evidence goes for this chapter, Sasuke Karen has a 75% chance of working. But what prevents me from fully supporting it is that I don't know Sasuke's actual thoughts on her. He's never given any thoughts on her. All
he's never
thoughts
getting it.
before were based on him trying to get trying to
Itachi.
make the team work in order to get Itachi.
But they should not
So
stay after.
with Suijitsu and Karen constantly arguing, he had to stop it somehow. So he went over to Suijitsu and like, hey, stop arguing. She's part of the team. Deal with it. So
Yeah.
uh,
This
okay.
is
Now for the second part of this question, why they are drawn like this in the last page? They're drawn like that simply because I'm going to agree with James here. It's just to show the
Parallel.
parallel and their significant others.
this is starting to sound like a news report. As you can see by the map here, we have a 99 chance of a NaruSaku front coming in from the north. By the way, we have a Sasukaren, about a 75% chance of a drizzle down here of a Sasukaren, so expect high delays. But more importantly, people on the west coast, you got to be very careful because we have this tidal wave called the Narahina about to hit crash into the coast. So be careful there. Remember to board up your windows.
All right, chat. What's your answer to this question?
Can you please read the question
It's
again?
what are the chances of NaruSaku and Sasuke carrying happening, and why do you think the last page was drawn as the way it was
Um,
with?
in my opinion, to be honest, with Narusaku, it's 100% period. We don't discuss it. The manga has all the evidences. I mean, we know this. With Sasuke, I have to admit that I didn't see them getting canon, but I saw them somehow Kishi, I don't know, to kind of leave an open ending towards them. That was until now. Because, and this is where I'm going to go to the second question regarding the way they were drawn. Like Kishi said himself, whenever he thinks about Naruto, he thinks about Sasuke. So he kind of writes them in parallel, and this is kind of what he did with the pairings as well, since he gave, so to speak,
Sasuke
Sako.
his own love interest.
Yeah, he's gonna give a love interest to Sasuke as well, and somehow to balance them. So after this chapter, to be honest, and the way they were drawn and the way the focus was put on both of them, I strongly think that Sasuke will be canon as well, along with Narusaku, because and even their development throughout the manga from part two onwards, it's literally built in parallel as well. Whatever the light couples go through, so does the dark couple, so to speak. As in,
Yeah,
whatever
I
Narusaku
believe.
goes through,
I believe.
Sasuke goes through as well.
I
So
believe Red Dragon been saying this for a while. The whole light and dark, heaven and earth, and it does seem like it
Mhm.
it really shows that way. I mean, like,
And it is because if you think about it, I mean, really, okay, Karin is crazy, Karin is pretty exotic as a character. Not everyone loves her, not everyone hates her. She's kind of hard to figure. But
She's a
if there
mystery.
was, hmm?
it's a mystery in
She's a
town.
mystery.
Yeah, she truly is.
She's a mystery with a capital Y.
Oh God.
You just.
Yeah, but you know that mystery of a girl is the girl Sasuke went for, you know? Sasuke himself personally pursued her to, call her to come with him in his team and whatever. And at a certain point, if I don't know if you guys remember,
Mhm.
she's like playing all hard to get and say, I don't know if I'm gonna come with you or not. But he's then like, oh, okay, you don't want to come, very disappointed. Then I'll go look for someone else. And this is when she changes her mind. It was all
I
net
can
anyway.
show you the
And
world.
then, if you remember the Hachibi fight, have we ever seen Sasuke that desperate to save someone? Unless it was Naruto, we haven't.
No, not unless it was like his clan, really. I suppose, and when it came to the massacre, when he was worried about if his mother and father died.
True, that could be the closest comparison, so to speak. But for example, he never did this with Sakura. He never did this with any other person around him. Not even Suigetsu or Jugo, although he doesn't want, to leave them behind either. But to kind of risk his life to save hers, even though indeed he hasn't given us any thoughts about what he clearly thinks about her, his actions kind of make you think that there's something more there. And the journey shows you that.
Hmm.
At least that's what I think. So yes, my answer is that yes, I think they're gonna be both canon, and I think this is why Kishi drew them this way to be more clear on his intention. And it's funny, the name of the chapter, the real end. It's like he's gonna tell you what are the real pairings in the end, even if he's gonna play around here and there. But this is the real end with
Hmm.
Naruto and
No.
Sakura and Sasuke and Karin. You know, kind of this is the vibe it gave me, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. No denying it, unless you're blind and foolish.
Or absolutely biased in every
Yeah.
way.
Which is pretty much nearly every YouTube video reviewer out there.
Except for
Including
our
mine.
channel, because we're totally cool like that.
Including
Or
Well,
my
TL,
channel
come
got
shameless
on.
invaded on
self-promotion.
others
Motion.
I know of would probably be Twilight Links, and I suppose Edo Talker, the Reloaded. This guy I know on YouTube just kind of was neutral when it came to this chapter, when it came to pairing stuff. I could,
Yes.
yeah, I could show you the, can link the review.
I'm just surprised at what Sawyer keeps saying, but, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Why not?
Man. Um, I'll say this. NaruSaku possibility is so damn high. If it doesn't happen, it's bullshit. And I don't mean because like if the other pairing happened, but that's not even the case. Because if the other pairing happens, like the Naruhina, whatever, that's just beyond bullshit. But what I mean is like you do so much build up for this pairing alone, and you never get a conclusion. It's like, what was the whole point?
Yeah.
The other anime and manga could get away with that, to be honest. A lot of them that doesn't give you the conclusion, and if you look back, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's why it didn't get the right conclusion because it never focused on that, or it never showed too much care for it.
You mean
Kind of like
like
how,
Soul Reaper, Soul Eater with Soul and Maka?
yeah, stuff like that. It's like yeah, like the tension was so much based on friends and stuff like that that you're not gonna go more than that unless the person decides to do so. But for Kishimoto, this one is going beyond friendship already. He already dropped too many hints and drop too many. Oh, I just did a big tease and it's still not happening. Why do that if it's not gonna happen to begin with? So for me, is the possibility is too high. And again, if you go to no conclusion, then everybody's gonna be pissed, even the just a normal casual fans.
Hmm.
For SK, okay, the possibility is high, but if it doesn't happen, I don't it's not a bad thing. It's more like,
So,
well, oh well. It's more like that. I'm not but I will say this is that Sasuke's Karen is the only option to go for in terms of Sasuke's pairing because you can't really make him pair with Sakura or even Ino. Not anymore at this case. Karen has the highest choice now. The chance, I mean. So, I'll be honest. After this chapter, I was really surprised with Sasuke's Karen more so than NaruSaku. Not to say NaruSaku, not to
I
say
was
that Sasuke.
surprised Kishi was so blunt about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would take it that serious with Sasuke's Karen. That's the point. I mean, I was skeptical since the Killer Bee moment. That was the whole point that I keep saying. That Killer Bee makes me really think. I mean, maybe it's coincidence. Because
Speaking
maybe
about
if it
Killer,
was,
speaking about Killer Bee, what do you think happened to the guy? I mean,
he's dead
Naruto,
now.
yeah. Mm.
I don't know.
He's rapping lyrics in heaven.
But before go back to Killer Bee, like if it was sweet if it was Suigetsu in that part, would Sasuke would have the same determination? Who knows? That's what confused me. But for like a lot of Narusaku moments, it's confirmed to be a Narusaku moments, or at least what a lot of people like to consider a Narusaku moments. For Sasuke's Karen, you could argue there's a good amount of Sasuke's Karen, but you could also argue it could be questionable to be just a Team Taka thing.
Uh-huh.
Just so happened Karen is in that position. So I think the white flag was 627, believe it or not, and I think a lot of us has just dismissed that because I think we was way more bewildered for the whole wait Sasuke just turned
Sasuke,
good like that. Yeah.
clearly that was not the case.
Yeah, but the whole apology scene, like you gotta think about it. Granted, it was a little bit fast, but think about it. Karen got the
When has
apology.
he apologized ever?
Got
Yeah.
yeah. Sasuke actually apologized. You
Ever.
rarely could say that with a straight face.
I think I think
Uh-huh.
that would probably even shock Naruto, like how everyone was shocked when Sasuke said he'd be Hokage. I think that
Yeah,
even.
but I'm just saying, like he apologized to Karen, and from that you got a um, unusual Sasuke face, which is not easy to do. I mean, only if we think about it, only Naruto could be able to do that with all his stupidity back in part one. Like,
Mhm.
oh, what? Oh, great, he's outside the
Mhm.
ice wall, and then he's like, "Hey, Sasuke, I'm inside the ice wall, so I can help you." So,
And not just
Sasuke,
that. Remember KNS post on the forum
yes,
that he said something like in Kishi's manga, whenever it comes about love interest or some pairing context, so to speak, uh, it's that idea that the guy has to be a little bit afraid of the girl, and
yes,
basically by the context it's given to us in the raws, um, Karen is mumbling and she's really really angry, and Sasuke basically is kind of scared,
yeah, he had a
and
sweat
after
drop and an
he
unusual face.
and that only face is being seen with Naruto when he knows he's done something bad and he's gonna get it from Sakura, you know.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
It's the
exactly.
same
Yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, that's why I was so shocked. But then I had to wait for the later chapter to be proven wrong if there was anything coming up for Sakura. It never did. For the past 3 volumes. It never
Doesn't
did.
care.
It's like, who gives a shit? I'm about to leave with this Bijou bomb, about to kill everyone except for me and Naruto, my precious friend. Good thing Karen was the other outside the battlefield, so I'm good. Let's leave. Let's go, Jugo.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's now I'm starting to see Sasuke's Karen. Now I'm not saying it's the same level as Narusaku because probably because Narusaku is like the main pairing, the main story of the main pairing of the story itself. But if it happens, good for them. I'll be happy. If it doesn't happen, I won't be mad. I won't be
I'm
unsatisfied.
sure
I would
it's
just
gonna
be
be an
like,
open
well, that's
ending.
too bad. I'm sorry?
It's okay. I'm sure it's gonna be an open ending, if it's not gonna be canon, where Kishi kind of shows you that they're gonna have some stuff to do together in the future, but it's
Yeah.
just gonna leave you guess.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
maybe it'll be like, in Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo, where if you remember Robin and Starfire holding hands, maybe it'll be like that, where yeah, they're together, but you don't know the extent of how
yeah.
they're gonna
How far
make it
things
work.
went, but you know the idea, the basic idea.
Well,
Yeah.
unless you
Yeah.
want to do some pull a Dragon Ball Z, like, oh, for some reason this guy ends up being a player, so therefore the other pairing happened. Good for them. That's what they established for Yamcha. They actually made him a player just to make it not work anymore. That's stupid. But whatever. Anyway, back to this.
Okay.
um, yeah. So pretty much, I'm more, I support SK. I'm not too crazy, but I support them. So good for them. And the reason why it's drawn that way it did, yeah, pretty much the same answer as anyone else. But I'll go for a little further because somebody addressed about the 641 chapter. That's different from this one. First of all, Sakura asks Hinata about Naruto and Sasuke status. Difference right there. That's difference number one.
Yeah,
Difference
it's
number
contextually different.
yeah,
Hmm.
difference number two. The whole chapter theme is not even about like the same as the this one, which is about the end of two
It
people's
doesn't
life,
hold
especially
even the same emotional heavy implications like this one does. That
exactly.
was just a normal, hey, how are they doing? You know?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now it's like everyone's desperate, everyone's going crazy, everyone's, it's
right,
totally more heavy
right.
emotionally.
Difference number three. Um, the Naruto and Sasuke panels were not parallel style. In fact, it was one big panel for Naruto and Sasuke. So it's like, okay, you can't really compare this one because when you look at the last page again, it's four panels, and they parallel perfectly. This one has three box, one for Sakura, one for Hinata, and one for Naruto and Sasuke. Difference number four, uh, difference number
Hinata
four
does
is
not know what a smile looks like.
she probably just doesn't care about. She probably just made up. She probably made up this. Hinata probably made up the story. Made up the
Sasuke is
story.
smiling. Oh, oh, it's so stuck in there. Come on. Ah. Soil yourself, Sasuke. Maybe. Gross.
Yeah,
I
but
forgot what to
even that
say.
scene
Yeah,
holds totally different implications in the
way too.
Sasukarian relationship than it holds in the Sasusaku and the whole stabbing and killing scene. It's different.
Hmm.
I
Well,
don't know. At
difference.
least
Yes, difference number four or five. I lost count. Probably five right now. Five. If you do the parallel thing like we did with this one, you do realize you make it to Sasuhina, right? Because they are right above and below each other, the Hinata panel and the Sasuke position. So there you go. You
true.
messed it. You make yourself look dumb. Difference number
Not necessarily
six.
dumb, but
Not
it
dumb,
can
but
be
like
seen as Sasuhina, given that Sasuke and Hinata actually do have a lot common ground. It's just
ex-
that they never interacted. I know because I
exactly.
like that pairing, that concept, because they were
That
both the little ones being, oh, you're not good enough. They
Yeah.
both lost that, figure. They cared for Neji, respected Itachi, and
Right.
all those other stuff. I won't go into detail right now.
Right. Difference number 6. Almost done.
2
Difference number
hours later.
6.
Difference number 499.
Difference number 6. It was not a the situation that we talk about in 641 is all like I said. Sakura is the one that asks how is Naruto, what is Naruto and Sasuke doing, stuff like that. But in this chapter, you, they individually talking, they individually addressing the issue of their love interest, quote unquote, because Sakura is questionable, but let's give them a bone. Anyway, they're the one that addressing their love interest being in
Situation.
grave danger. Yeah, the situation and and the fact they could die in a matter of seconds. So, and no difference number 7, which which
How many
comes
differences
from.
are there? Out of
This is the
curiosity?
last
You know
one.
what
This is the
I
last
think
one.
in the poll where Hinata, Sakura, Naruto, and Sasuke is, that's more like comrade context,
Yeah.
asking how are they doing
Yeah.
from, the battle point of view
Exactly.
and stuff like this, give me
Right.
the updates and blah blah. But with this scene, it's all about the feelings, the implications, the romantic, and all those crazy stuff.
Right. And difference number 7, which comes from difference 6, is that they both happen to end the dialogue the exact same time. So you're gonna hear echo in the anime version, but from a different voice actress.
Oh, I can't wait for that one.
Exactly. So yeah, a huge difference from the 641. So no, and yeah, no, you just can't do it. This one is different. Sakura and Naruto are literally physically in the same area, same spot, same everything. While
Uh,
Karen is questionable. She will meet in the Sasuke in the danger spot, but time will tell for that one.
Mm-hmm.
So there
Are
you
you
go.
done now?
Yeah, I'm done. No more differences.
Alright. Do you have any more
second
questions?
question.
Yes, I do. I think,
Oh.
yeah. Okay. He's a oh. Okay. One of them was pretty much something that we're gonna ask ourselves anyway, but so let's see. From Donnie Wani, I think that's how you pronounce
Hello.
it. Donnie Wani asks 4 questions, but don't worry, the other one are something we probably ask ourselves anyway. So let me ask something that we won't even address. Okay.
Mhm.
Donnie Wani asks, so what any favorite? Well, pick a favorite move, an NS moment and why.
Favorite NaruSaku moment?
Yes, each of
Okay,
us.
it'd have to be the ones from 631 for me, especially the Minato asking girlfriend and the funny Tsundere moments that happened, because it's a moment we've waited like a long time for, and it was funny as hell, pretty much. And
That
also the bit where Naruto smiles at Sakura when she said, "I'm your equal, I'm fighting alongside you, you're gonna have to deal with this." Something like that.
Oh, he didn't say deal with that. This made it sound like a bad thing. Like, oh,
Uh,
I was like, oh
my bad.
man, I
Okay,
gotta deal with
I
this.
said it wrong. I
I
pronounced
know.
it.
Like, I don't want to deal with this. Get back up. Get back with other characters.
Get back in the kitchen.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't want. I
My
didn't want to
name is
say that, to be
Naruto.
honest.
Naruto, you call me Rock, cause I'll be rocking your shit up and down the block. And that's how we roll. Need my help? Nah, get back in. The kitchen shit is under control. It's a man's
Oh
world,
my
baby. Don't be flashing your vag.
Okay, you can stop now.
Sorry. Go on.
Anyway.
Completely sexist, but
Yeah, I know.
Who's sexist?
I do apologize. But seriously though, I know what you're saying, Saber.
Yeah.
Just careful choice of words.
Yeah.
You're done?
I guess.
yeah, Chad,
Um,
it's a man's world, but without women, we'd still be using our hands. Yeah,
But-
I said it.
Oh wow.
No, I was just referring to the song. I don't know if you guys know it.
Yeah, yes.
In case you wanted
James
to.
Brown. Anyway, uh, favorite NaruSaku moments. Oh my God, this is too long. I don't know which one to pick because there are so many things. I like so many things about them,
What,
but
what about the Promise of a Lifetime? That one gave you lots of feels, didn't it?
yeah, actually, as I was saying in my Tumblr post, when I used to be an Naruhina and Sasusaku fan,
Boo. No, it's
yeah, used to be.
Get her out of here.
Sure.
um, I the scene that gave me that emotional connection to the characters. It was indeed Naruto's promise of a lifetime to Sakura, and I don't know, there's too much heavy
Sure.
emotional implications right there. Naruto's selflessness, Sakura's complete trust in Naruto, to me is very, very, I don't know, telling and beautiful at the same time. But indeed, I must say, I also prefer the 631 or 6, yeah, when she just goes to him and says, "Look, I'm gonna fight even if you want, even if you don't want to, and you're gonna have to respect that. And you're gonna have to respect me as an individual and my capabilities and all those stuff." And it's
Interesting.
yeah, and I liked it because it shows the differences between the other possible couples, so to speak. Because, for example, with Naruhina, it's always like if Naruto doesn't tell her she's doing great, she's all down on herself.
Yeah.
With Sasusaku was the same. If Sasuke didn't praise her, she felt like she was good for nothing.
In fact, he
Uh,
made her feel like good for nothing.
True, there were some certain cases. So this is why I prefer Narusaku over the others, because there's this equality between the individuals and respect and everything you need in a relationship. So I don't know, it's really hard to pick, but let's say those two.
Steve.
All right, my favorite Narusaku moment. Well, for me, a close second would obviously be 631. Simply because of the humor aspect and the fact that Minato basically fucking confirms it.
Sorry.
Victory, bitches.
Are you his girlfriend? Yeah, more or less. Shut up!
Point.
Why you always gotta say something? He asked me something.
Yeah, but anyway, I'd say my number one Narusaku moment would be chapter 245, which would be the first chapter of Shippuden. When they meet up back together for the first time in 2 years. So he rounds a corner and here he finds Sakura and subsequently Tsunade looking for him, and they're both surprised to see each other and how different they are,
How
or at
much
least
they
how different
grow.
Naruto is, considering that Naruto doesn't think Sakura looks any different at all. But slowly, she puts on a softer and kinder face, and she goes, she thinks to herself, so much more mature. Who is the guy, and what has he done with Naruto? I wonder what else he
He's
has up
dead.
his sleeve. Someone, yes,
or
he's totally
in
dead.
his pants.
Go on.
And so then we also get the humor aspect when Naruto just basically reveals he's been working on his sexy jutsu for the past 2 years, and she goes, "Oh, new perfect jutsu, huh? Are you
Perfect jutsu?
kidding me?" Pow! And she go, "What the hell is your problem? We haven't seen each other for 2 years and you still pull stuff like that? Do you have any idea how that makes me feel? Huh? And here I was thinking you were so grown up." And she throttles him.
Whee.
So that'd be my favorite NaruSaku moment, with Circus 31 being a second.
Nice. James.
I guess I'm the odd man out.
Wait, that is?
Well, my favorite NaruSaku moment? Yes.
Wait, what?
All
yes.
of them.
All my
Get the inside joke.
I just can't pick one. But I guess if I have to, I mean, if I really, really have
You
to.
must too.
If you're busting my cojones.
You have no
this-
choice.
Okay. My favorite is not 631. It's not the beginning of Shippuden. It's not this chapter.
Is it chapter 3?
It's the hug scene.
I knew it. 450. I called it in my
That'd
head.
be number 3 on my list.
The reason why I like the hug scene more than anything else, because it's like the one time in this entire manga where both Naruto and Sakura just let their guard down,
That's true.
and she hits him, but she hits him in a way like you're so stupid. Don't you know how much I was worried about you? And then she embraces him, and it's just like, and everybody looks on like, well, it's about damn time.
I
Cyborg.
think it was the most.
How
I don't
dare
know.
you almost die on me?
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I
like how
that
the game
scene
does
was
it
the
too.
most expected scene, to be honest, because everyone so much wanted to see Sakura giving some attention, some affection to Naruto. At least I'm sure the Japanese fandom, the target audience.
Yes.
So, because I don't know, the music Pierrot put on the background as well, that whole environment gives you that feeling of it finally happened, We were
Yeah.
expecting this for years, and
Yeah,
it finally happened.
yeah. And it pisses off the NH fans even more that they tried so hard to justify that holding hands is loving and affection, but giving each other a hug is completely platonic.
It's completely brother sister.
Yeah.
Mm,
The funny thing is that
If
chapter.
for them. Oh, go ahead.
Huh? No, the funny thing about that chapter, the prediction wise, is hilarious. Because I remember when Naruto received the flowers from Conan, everybody thought Naruto would go back and give the flowers to Hinata. It's like, I'm sorry for putting you that much trouble. Here's a flower. I actually would have believed that almost because I was still naive at the time. I'm like, naive Naruhito seems like they could win this. This should be interesting.
Does anybody remember the part 1 where Hinata's like, here, Naruto, I got you ointment of heal. Oh, wow, this is so cool. Hey, Sakura, do you want this? Burn!
Oh
Sure.
boy. Naruto
Want
sure
some
is
ointment
clueless.
for that burn?
Yeah, and then there was a lot of.
This is so great. I'm gonna go share it with my girlfriend.
I'm sorry. Who?
Okay, you got any more questions for life?
Why I even answered my own self.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my favorite moment. I think anybody in Tumblr world would know right now. It should be.
It's
That
the it's the Heaven and Earth Bridge incident.
Yes, that's the one. That's when I realized this. Because because that moment alone is what tells me, yeah, this pairing is a legit, serious pairing. This is
Back
not
when I was
right. This is not something that's just it's a good bonding, a good friendship. You won't get that drastic moment. This is something that's actually a real serious pairing. Because you got to follow the build up from like part 1 to now, or that point. And when you follow to that point, Sakura never got the bad side of Naruto. He always, she always see a good side. She always see a guy who really wants that dream to come true. She always see Naruto pushing hard, getting stronger, faster and faster, and so on. Yeah, and somebody she could trust the most. So when part two started, the real trouble begins, as in like, oh, now you know the enemies of Naruto. Now you know the situation that being Jinchuriki put you in a huge danger field. Now you know how a best friend could be an enemy now. Now you know this and that. So after Sakura, knowing this, what could be more worse than that? Well, how about dealing with your own curse, also known as QB? And that's what happens. And then, making the whole scene with Kabuto narrating the fight in a nutshell, saying like, "Oh, we're seeing two monsters. We're not seeing two ninjas. We're seeing two monsters." And that little boy end up being one, and he's doing this all because he wanted to do it for a friend. How pathetic and sad in a way, makes you just such a pity way to die. Stuff like that. So it's like, it's just heartbreaking. And then you got a lot of different scenes like showcase of Sakura is really, really, really feeling this. She's not seeing this and upset. Like it's not. It's far different from the Forest of the Death scene. And I addressed it, but I don't want to go too further in depth. But in this one, you could clearly tell that this moment was the reason why Yamato saw Sakura seeing Naruto in a much bit different light than just a friend or a comrade or anything. This is the reason why he come to the conclusion that it's supposed to be love, even though it never got the answer. But you should know yourself that that is the answer.
The
She doesn't
context
know it,
dictates so.
huh?
The
What happened?
context dictates so.
Yes, I mean, like again, she grasped her heart. She literally feel it. It's like the worst. It's like kind of like how it's kind of like how how Karen felt like she got betrayed, which is reason why Sasuke apology actually came about. But it's like that. It's like one crushing moment. It's like holy was like what the why are you doing this and stuff like that. So for not for Sakura, the fact that Sakura flashed back young Naruto and then the Naruto of today is shows you that Naruto as a person is very very significant to her life. So yeah, like there's just so many details. I don't know. I guess I would just maybe I just remind everybody to read it if they have the chance because it's really long description. But needless to say, that is my favorite moment. And there is a good chance there's a new favorite moment upcoming in this volume, but we had to wait.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, question from certain person, Donnie Wani. One thing you love most about NaruSaku?
It's the best fan fiction I've ever read.
Best love story I've ever read.
Interesting.
I mean,
Chat?
literally, between
Hmm?
on fan fiction between Narusaku and Naruhina, Narusaku writers usually get the characters down more. I mean, sure, they might make Sasuke a little bit of a jerk and a little bit OCC, but hey.
Well, it's
Uh,
not. No, I'm not going there.
I like it because I have never really cared for a fictional pairing as much as NaruSaku. The manga's just made me care about it so much, even more than previous pairings I liked, such as Katang, Persebeth, Astrid Hiccup, Ash Misty, blah blah blah, Ichirukia, Natsu, Lucy. It's just it's just done so much work into it.
Well, I will say this. With other manga, there's no debate on who's gonna end up with who, usually. But here with Naruto, we still got a war going on.
Yeah.
Pew pew.
And between Narasaku and Naruhina, this is serious business.
hmm
What serious?
what I
Why
like about
serious?
That-
the
okay.
You were asking why it was serious?
No, I didn't say that.
For life.
I
You
didn't
I
say
said
think
that.
Chat was next.
thought you did. Oh well.
I didn't start
Yeah,
mine,
chat.
but I'll let chat go.
Yeah, I personally like the realism in the story because in real life it's not everything so lovely dovely. Like, oh, let's kiss and make up and oh, look how much we love each other. No, you have to, you have to undergo to all these processes and life trials, so to speak, to see if to see if you kind of. I mean, you have to have a common ground to have a stronger relationship, and the way Kishi builds that relationship between them, it's realistic and in many ways. I mean, I know everyone is pissed about Sakura having her leftover feelings, like I like to call him for Sasuke, but that thing in the whole Sakura and NaruSaku relationship, to me, it's very real and adds more to the beauty, of the pairing. So I don't know. This would be mostly the thing I like more about them. The realism in the pairing.
Yes.
It has everything.
Scott?
Angst to happiness to joy to good moments to less good moments to you name it, and Narasaku has it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
Scott.
Because, well, again, I'm gonna be the odd one out because I'm so different.
Difference is good, I think.
Because it reminds me of my dead fiance.
Oh, wow. I've forgotten that your fiance died. I keep forgetting that.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know the story, for some time ago, I was actually engaged to a girl. It seems like a lifetime ago, but you know, she was an avid NaruSaku fan, and when she passed away, she even cosplayed as her quite a few times. I remember, and
How did she die? Sorry.
ATV accident.
Oh, not good.
Went ATVing with her friends. I didn't go because I had to study for a test, and the vehicle flipped, and she creamed headfirst into a tree with no helmet on.
Ouch.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but even though she's gone, the way Naruto and Sakura interact, it was always reminding me of me and her. So in a way, it kind of kept it alive for me. No matter, despite her being gone from my life, it was still a way for her. It was a way for her to still be with me.
That's
So
nice.
people have their own reasons, and this one's mine because it reminds me of a life that I lost. And in a way, it keeps it alive for me.
Nicely said.
Very personal.
True.
I told you I was different.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
special.
yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much mine goes the same as chat is realistic. And I addressed it in the Naruto post about that, when one or two one or both characters don't show love stuff and it stays too much with the friend zone world, and then you come out of nowhere at the very end with the pairing being confirmation. You I mean, it's a good thing it's confirmed. It's good they go together.
Yeah,
Yay, celebration. But there
it
was no
loses
real build
credibility.
up. Yeah, there was no build up. It's like saying like this. It's like saying like if One Piece finally comes to the end after 1,494 chapter later.
I think it's going to be like 1,500 chapters at this rate.
Sure. But anyway, like say like it finally comes to conclusion, then I don't know where romance just happened and parents just confirm like where'd that come from? I mean,
think
like, yeah, I mean, you
Oda
could base on, you
not
could.
going to do any pairings. I think Oda said he's not going to do
I know,
any.
I know, I know. I'm just giving an example. Like, what happens if it just like it just happens out of nowhere? I mean, yes, you could argue, well, because they've been good friends for this long, and then it just happens. It's like, yeah, that's good, but you gotta have to you gotta give me you gotta give me a development on the romance side. You can't just stay on the friend side. It just doesn't click that way. It's not like, ha ha ha, I remember that adventure. That was a good adventure. Ha ha ha. I love you. And then come on. It just it doesn't come out of nowhere. Like for Naruto, in Naruto case, with Naruto and Sakura.
Man, that was such a great adventure. I want to have your baby.
It's like, yeah.
Okay.
For for
Now?
Narasaku, for Narasaku, you saw the friendship. You saw they become friend, then best friend by the end of part one. Now part two, it got more intimate, especially from Naruto's side, and definitely Sakura's side for sure. I mean, you can't be that blind to not to see it. But yeah, like you part one with the promise of a lifetime, that was the most like romantic thing that guy could do without even showing a romantic moment, unless you could tell by the heart, you could tell that guy heart, like Rock Lee, which is why Rock Lee know right away that he's being that serious, which is why he didn't want him to fail Sakura, which he still did, but at least he extended that promise of lifetime, even though it would kill him. But that's love. It makes you do stupid things, or it makes you do things that you just, you know, you're so hell bent on it, and if you turn it down,